So we're writing into our exercise book, the blue one. I will start by explaining to you all what is about account Kawalan by illustrating it. I will now sound like segment and houses for you to understand better for the relationship. Okay. So now, how are we going to start that? Okay. I'm going to have you to write down inside of your exercise book, Form 4, Bab 5.2, Account Kawalan. And we're currently in July week 2. Right, so July week 2, we're doing explanation right now because account Kawalan is supposed to be related to account belum terima, account belum terima, and account belum bayar. These 2%. Now, just for your information, 5.2 is an extended chapter from extended topic from chapter 5. Chapter 5 is ledger. So we learn about the T-shape to have your debit and credit, balance, found out with Baki, and so on. Now, 5.2 is nothing different. You also find Baki HB, Baki BB. The only thing is now you will focus on 2% only. That is your account belum terima and account belum bayar. So to be exact, who is account belum terima? Who is account belum bayar? The answer is account belum terima. Okay, so we will see our account belum terima as our customers, pelanggan. I put the formal term because even in BM, so pelanggan and then account belum bayar is pemegang. Pelanggan and pemegang. Okay, so now that you understand that this account is about the 2% here, right? I will teach you guys about the relationship first before we officially go into account Kawalan because I'm scared that you guys will forget about it. So we start from the first person, account belum terima to start from. I'm gonna be having our shop here. I use about 2 rows of space lah. Okay, the shop and then a person. Now this one here on the left is us. And here is the customer. I put S lah, means customers. Anybody can be this as long as they buy from you. And now the relationship between us and the customers is that now they requested to buy our product. So of course, when I record things, I record according to my own perspective. So what is happening is that we are selling to the customer. But you guys know there is 2 ways of sales to be done. One is that they pay directly. That is called secara tunai. Second, that they do not pay right now, they owe me the money. It's called the secara credit. So in that case, we're talking about secara credit in this chapter. It must be that. Otherwise, why would I call them the belum terima? It's because I sell to them and yet to receive the money. That is why I give them the name ABT. Okay, so jualan credit is the other term for jual secara credit because they don't want it to be so long-minded. They want it to be straight to the point. So the term for jual secara credit is called jualan credit. Okay, and now what happens is the customer will owe to us. We give them a label, account belum terima. Okay, yeah, so this is the relationship between us and customers. So throughout the year, of course, we are expecting them to pay back lah. Takkan they don't pay, right? So of course, there will be a lot more transaction that happens between us and the customers. So I'll add on in between, in the middle. Okay. So what can happen is maybe they decided they do not want the product. Some of them. They will do pulangan of jualan. Is that okay? So they might return back to us if they are not satisfied with the product. And since they have yet to pay for it, it's fine. They can just return back to me. There's no loss for me lah. Okay. And next, I might also give them discount. These are some common transactions that happens throughout the year. So after of the pulangan jalan, of the discount delivery, we found out that they owe us the money balance, okay? What the customers can do to us is they can actually pay. bayar balik hutang. Okay, now bayar balik hutang will involve money, of course. So the method that they pay with will be decided by the question. If they say check, then you put to bank. If it's tunai, then tunai, no changes. Okay, check or tunai, two ways. So that is the relationship from us with the customer. And so this is the first layer. Now, next, I'm going to talk about account belum terima, account belum bayar. Next one, I wouldn't change the position. It will still be the same. I will still have us on the left side and a stick man on the right side. But this time, the stick man is our suppliers. And the house is still us. Okay, now the transaction that happened now, the arrow shall be from the supplier to us. Why? We decided that we want to take stocks from them. We want to buy from them. And then we call this the beli secara credit. So since it is beli secara credit, the formal term for it, we call it belian credit. Belian credit. Then now, when we buy secara credit, we will also owe them money. We owe them money. That's why I will label these people as my account belum bayar. We are the ones who not paid yet, so belum bayar. And so throughout the year, of course, there will still be transactions, same like how the customers and us, okay, same one. We will have pulangan to happen if we're not satisfied with the product. So pulangan will be done from us to the suppliers right now. Pulangan belian. And when I want to pay the money, they would also decide to give me discount in return. So I will not write it as discount delivery because for my own aspect, I'm the one who receives the discount. So I call it discount delivery. Is that clear? Okay, and then for the year that is done, I want to clear some of my debt. So we will be paying to the suppliers using, again, bayar balik hutang with money. You can be using check or to use tunai. But either how, only check will have to be changed to bank. But tunai remains as tunai. So that is the basics lah, okay? For the year, you should see belian, jualan credit, pulangan jualan, pulangan belian, discount delivery, discount delivery, also the bayaran through check ataupun tunai. So these are the basics. So what do we want to see in account kawalan? Basically, is to summarize all that has happened in the year or the month itself. And we want to see what is the balance of customers debt. Same thing goes to the second picture here, talking about us and the suppliers, right? We also want to find out the balance of debts to suppliers. Are we talking about each and every one of them? No, we're talking about a total figure. So I don't care what the customer name is. I just want from A to Z, everybody in the same account. I will be summarizing them as a full total. So it's just as if like when I sell secara credit, there might be A to Z that I sold to. I do not need details of their names. I will take everything of those sales and put it inside the account column straight away. So you wouldn't see multiple jalan credit. You will only see one jalan credit, one pulangan jalan, one discount delivery. And how are those numbers found? Let me tell you why you did your buku catatan pertama from last week. Okay, I show you. This is our exercise paper last week. Okay, and do you guys remember journal hub? The reason why every time when we close the journal, we will be having a summary. That is exactly why when we bring out to the ledger, we will also put 31st. We never mention kedai mission. We mention them as our ABB is because other than bringing them into Kedai Vision, I will also be putting them to account Kawalan. So it's meant for two layers of work done. Other just by specifically Kedai Vision, I also want a general, all the ABB gathered together inside the same account so that I can summarize what happened throughout the year. How much of a debt that I have to my suppliers and how much debt does my customer owe me. Is that okay? So we do two layers actually. So whatever ledger that you have prepared before, right, from chapter 5, all those are single ledger. We call them ledger huts. Huts means only one name by each account. Ali, um, Ali, Alvin, okay, one by one. They don't match with each other, they don't combine. But now, when we come to the chapter 5.2, do you care about single person? No, we want all of them in the same account. That's why no names to be mentioned, only the term jualan. Only the term pulangan jualan can be seen inside law. And the whole point of this chapter, you wouldn't care about whether your money is increasing or decreasing, actually. No. Account kawalan only cares about hutang plus or hutang minus. Is that okay? So later the criteria to do the account kalana is to ask yourself, does this thing make the hutang more or lesser? So I can give you an overall view like this one. When I buy secara credit, of course this will cause my hutang to increase because I buy and I never pay, right? So belum bayar bertambah. And what if I were to return the product, guys? Can y'all tell me, should my debt be increased or decreased if I were to do a pulangan to them? Initially, I bought, so my debt increased, right? Now that I return back to them, should my debt continue to increase? No, I didn't even buy anything from them, right? So pulangan belian should cause my debt to become lesser. And this is what you record inside the account column, followed by discount. Guys, what is the purpose of discount? Is it supposed to make you pay more or pay lesser? Make you pay lesser? Which one is it? What's the purpose of discount? Does it make you pay more or does it make you pay lesser? Nobody can answer me that. Plus or minus? Discount makes you pay more or pay lesser? Correct. Very good, Andrea. The rest of you, yes, Zhishan is correct as well. Look, is correct as well. Okay, so it's lesser. Otherwise, why you want to get discount, right? If discount makes you pay more, then oh my god, please don't give me discount, okay? It's meant to make you pay lesser. That's why discount also shall be a deduction minus. And guys, one more question. When we pay for the debt, does my hutang increase or decrease? When we pay for the debt, does the debt get more or lesser? Remember, keep asking yourself the same question. Talking about hutang, not your money, okay, not your money, we're talking about the debt. Yes, it will get lesser. You don't owe them anymore. So throughout the whole transaction, you should be seeing them mostly minus, except for what? Except for the main transaction, Berlian credit, always positive because it makes you owe them. Same goes to the above picture. Jalan also will cause your customer to owe you more, while pulangan will make them owe you lesser, discount as well, and when bayar balik hutang, hutang pelanggan akan berkurang. So mainly all is negative except for jalan and belian. But of course, there are other cases as well. Like your customers, right? Some of them are very dishonest. They might give you a check which is invalid. So when the check given to you is invalid, right? You see, initially when you received it, you were very happy about it. So you minus from their debt, you deducted from that. But what if you found out that the check is invalid? Did they manage to pay you at all? Of course not. So whatever you did before this that is too negative, you will reverse it, which is by doing plus. It's exactly like when you do buku tunai, right? If you were to happen to have check layan, do you still continue plus your money? No, you will do the opposite of it, right? You will minus out from your buku tonight, so the record is never going to be there before. So this is what we're going to be encountering later on. But anyhow, the basic is we are going to record all the hutang pelanggan dan hutang kepada pembekal, two of them. Okay, so since there are two accounts to prepare, right, definitely it's going to be very confusing because they have like a lot, I mean, they have their own items. So the easiest way is you guys can remember them by pair. You see, yeah, jalan credit, belian credit. They are very similar, just that one is to sell, one is to buy. But anyhow, all is the cara credit, right? So put them together. Don't you see that both of them positive? Yeah, so one is for ABT, the other is for ABB. You can set them as a pair. Okay, next pair. Pulangan jalan, pulangan belian. Don't you see both the pulangan also in a negative form? Just that one is for ABT, another is for ABB. So you can set them as a pair. What else as a pair? Discount. Do you see both of them also negative? Set as a pair. One for ABT, one for ABB. Both negative. That's the fastest way. And one more, the bayar balik. Be it bank or tonight, they should be a pair as well, because when they bayar balik, they will say is pelanggan, or they say ABT, bayar balik. This one is bayar balik hutang kepada ABB. So the similar word here is bayar balik hutang. You see them as a pair. One of them give it to ABT and the other gives it to ABB. So you have pairing that you don't have to go one by one, plus, minus, plus, minus. No need. If it's jualan belian, plus together. Pulangan, pulangan, minus together. Discount, discount, minus together. So that's the fastest way you can answer for account correlation.